Hello, we are studying nervous system, central nervous system. In previous lectures, we have seen the nervous system. Nervous system has central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system has brain and spinal cord, and peripheral nervous system has efferent and efferent neurons. Efferent neurons takes messages from the organs to the brain, and the efferent neurons bring back the impulses from the brain to the muscles, voluntary and involuntary. Involuntary, that is called somatic nervous system, and voluntary, that is called somatic nervous system. Involuntary or automatic, so it is controlled by automatic nervous system. And automatic nervous system is a two type, sympathetic, parasympathetic, which works oppositely. इतना हम लोग देख लिए till we have understand. And also we have seen neurons, neuralgia, nervous system. Now we will study here cranial nerves. What is the difference between cranial nerves and the spinal nerve? Cranial nerves, as the word defines, cranium. Cranium means skull. So if I draw roughly like this, suppose this is our cerebral hemisphere, one side, lateral. So this is our midbrain, brain, pons, medulla oblongata, and here is our cerebrum. Like this, we have seen, we have studied all the lobes of forebrain. This is cerebrum is called forebrain. Cerebrum is forebrain. This is our midbrain. This is our pons. This is our medulla oblongata. This is our cerebrum. Cerebrum is forebrain. This is our midbrain, pons and medulla oblongata, pons brain stem, and this is our hindbrain. This is our cerebellum. So the structures are clear now, and this continues to form the spinal cord. This continues to form the spinal cord. We will study this in detail in next lecture. First focus here. We are here studying cranial nerves. What is the difference between the cranial nerves? Up to here, this this area comes in brain. This is our forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Means this is our brain part. So the nerves which emerges from brain and brings back the messages, यहीं से निकलेगा, यहीं पे आता है. No requirement for the spinal cord. Those are called cranial nerves. And spinal nerves, they will bring message from the organs to the brains. It will take the message impulses to the brain, and through this spinal cord, means organs से spinal cord से brain तक मैसेज लेके गया. देन वापस ब्रेन से, फ्रॉम ब्रेन इट विल टेक मैसेज फ्रॉम ब्रेन टू स्पाइनल कॉर्ड टू द ऑर्गन. दोज आर कॉल्ड spinal nerve. So where spine is involved, we call those nerves spinal nerves. And where only cranium is involved, cranium, the brain part, we call it cranium. So where spine is involved, we call spinal nerve, and where only brain is involved, we call it cranial nerve. So this is the difference between cranial nerves and the spinal nerves. Only cranium part will be involved. All the nucleus arising from brain. We know that cranial nerve 1 and cranial nerve 2 are arising from cerebrum. We know, we have studied in the previous lectures that the cranial nerve 1 and cranial nerve 2 will be arising from cerebrum. And cranial nerves, we always use Roman word to denote. First like this, cranial nerve 2, यहाँ पे third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. So all the cranial nerves will be emerging from midbrain to midbrain, pons and medulla oblongata. Okay, rest of the 10 cranial nerves, from cranial nerve 3 to cranial nerve 12, will arise from midbrain, pons and medulla oblongata. We will study the structure in detail. So it is clear that only 2 nerves arising from cerebrum and rest of the cranial nerves will arise from midbrain, pons, medulla oblongata. Okay, from this means midbrain, hindbrain, pons, medulla oblongata. All the rest of the 10 cranial nerves will be involving. Now let's see the structure. Cranial nerves are 12 in number. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves present in the brain. The cranial nerves is present in brain and spinal nerves are present in spinal cord. Spinal nerves need spine, brain, then spine, from then organs. We have seen that cranial nerves they don't need spinal cord for the transmission of the impulses from organs to the brain. Okay, they can be divided into 3 types: sensory, motor and mixed. Sensory means those nerves. Nerves is a collection of neurons. So sensory nerves will take the impulses from sensory organs to the brain. Those senses can be taste, touch, smell, heat, pain. Okay, taste. And motor neurons, they will bring the impulses from brain. Okay, like all the voluntary muscles which we can control the movement. Now mixed nerves, they will also take the messages from organs to the brain and brain to the organ. They will perform both dual actions. So let's see 12 cranial nerves. Cranial nerves, there are 12 in number. Cranial nerves are cranial nerves are 12 in number and they are paired, and they are 12 in number, and we will write the cranial nerve as CN1. We will write in Roman number. So first one is a crane olfactory nerve. This is sensory type. The optic nerve, cranial nerve 2, is also sensory type. Third one is oculomotor. This is our motor type nature. Trochlear nerve. Then fourth one is trochlear, fifth is trigeminal, sixth is adaptive sense, seventh is facial nerve, eighth is vestibulocochlear nerve, ninth is glossopharyngeal nerve, 10th is vagus nerve, 11th is spinal accessory nerve, and 12th is hypoglossal nerve. Then now we will see which nerve is sensory, which is motor, and which is mixed means which will perform dual action. So I have made a small chord. See, O O O, T T A F V G V S H. I remember like this. O O O means 3 times O, 2 times T, A F, then V G V S H. Okay, I have remembered. You can make any type of mnemonics which suits you. I made this, and also SS. Okay, sensory, olfactory is sensory, optic is also sensory, oculomotor is motor, and trochlear is also motor. Trigeminal which supplies the ophthalmic, maxillary, mandibular. So ophthalmic part, trigeminal का जो ophthalmic part है, it is ophthalmic part is sensory, maxillary, this is also sensory, and mandibular, that is motor. Mandible means the muscles which helps in the mastication is supplied by trigeminal nerve. So both sensory and motors are involved. So we can write it as a mixed Now abducens, it is also mix. Abducens, movements of eyeball. Also oculometer is a movement of the eyeball. Optic is for vision, olfactory is for uh, smell. So these are all only for sense. So sense nerve is involved. Facial nerve is our mixed, means we can move our facial muscles, they can feel the heat, touch, and we also can lift our lower jaw, eyebrows. So facial nerve is mixed. It's very simple. Vestibulocochlear. So vestibulocochlear is our vestibulocochlear auditory. So it is also sensory, means for hearing. Facial nerve is our mixed type. Mixed type means, and also the anterior 2/3 of the tongue carries the taste to the brain. So it is a sensory and facial expression. So both sensory and the motor. So that's why it is facial nerve is mixed. Vestibulocochlear auditory is sensory. This will carry the sounds. Neurons get the sound, and then it carries to the brain, and then brain receives the impulses. The glossopharyngeal, pharynx, glosso means tongue. So here it will be our mixed. Now vagus nerve is the longest nerve. If anybody will ask you which is the longest nerve, then vagus nerve is longest nerve. Vagus nerve is also mixed. So remember, 9 and 10 are mixed nerves. दोनों लगातार देखो, continue, both are mixed. A spinal accessory nerve is for movement, head movement of left and right. Spinal accessory is for our movement of head from left and right. So these are motor. Hypoglossal, this is again our tongue is involved. So this is our motor. So I have remembered like this: sa, ma, me, sa, me, ma. I have made like this a rhythm. You can also use, or you can make your different manner which suits you. So now we will see from which part of brain these nerves are arise.